Okay, today we've got the Sirui, I have no idea how to pronounce it, but we've got a tripod that we're going to be doing a review on, and this is the unboxing and first impressions video on. It's the T-025 X-ray model, and I know it looks like we've already unboxed it, but I promise that all I did was slice the box, rip off the shipping label, and then I realized that, you know what, I should probably start recording. So anything beyond this point, I promise my eyes are just as much virgin as yours. So I'm gonna put that aside. Open it up, and you've got the shipping invoice from B&H right there. Got a whole bunch of excellent packing. B&H always does a fantastic job. And we've got the tripod box right there. So as we can see right here from the specs right on top of it, it's the T-025x carbon fiber tripod and the C10X ball head. Here's before I take it out, here's the previous model, the T-025 with the C10 ball head. It's just missing the X on both the tripod model and the ball head model. So I'll put that aside, and we open it up. And take the tripod out. Oops, seems to be a slight tear in the plastic bag, no big deal. Take that out. Is there anything else in there? Yep. It's a little hardware and accessories bag. So we'll open that up. And we've got 2 Allen keys, a carabiner, and the carabiner seems to be fitted with a nice rubber sleeve on it. That way it's got a very grippy feel to it. So whatever you hang on it, I doubt is going to be swinging, or it's not going to be sliding around on the slick carabiner surface. So that's a nice little touch there. And you've got instructions, multiple languages, and a warranty card, which if you look on the front of the package, it has very proudly displays a 6-year warranty. So excellent first impression right off the bat from that. Put that back inside there. Okay, so let's take this out. Well, but first, before we do that, it's got a really nice sleeve. You can tighten this up and sling it on your shoulder, or you can do it across your shoulder. That way it's across your back. And it's nice. The only thing that might be a little limiting, though, is I'm not a very big guy. I wear medium shirts, and well, I was a little on the tight side getting it around my shoulder. Seems like there's a little bit of extra play here, so if you wanted to, you could probably move this all the way to the very end and open this part out so it's a little wider. But for larger men, that's going to be a little prohibiting to actually use as across your shoulders. But that aside, it's a nice little compact pouch. Open this up. And there we have it. There's the tripod, folded up and stowed away, ready to travel. All right, so let's open these legs up. Well, before we do that, first impressions are extremely high quality. We've got a carbon fiber. This is carbon fiber, and it's not aluminum or any other metal. And just first impressions are beautiful. The grips on the legs are nice. Very grippy. The ball head knobs are very grippy as well. One thing that I just noticed is the machining on the ball head knobs is different than the knobs of the older one. The old model had around the edge, it's got a rubber grip to it. It's very similar to the ones on the legs. But now they've done away with the rubber, and it's just a solid machined aluminum piece. And I think I'm going to like this version a little bit better, because I noticed that if I crank really hard, on the ball head knobs, you can almost see the rubber pull up just a little bit. And this just got a very, very nice grip to it, and I'm already impressed. You'll notice up top there's a plate on there. I don't know if you can actually see it, but yeah, that's pretty tiny. It's about 1 inch across and 3/4 of an inch wide. That would be about 2.5 centimeters and about about 2 centimeters long, or 2 centimeters wide by 2.5 centimeters long. And on the back it has a screw. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a D-ring on it. That way you could do it with your finger, unless you have very strong nails, which I don't. But you would need a screwdriver or a coin in order to turn that. Or it also comes with there's a hole in the middle of it, and you can use the given key in order to turn it. So that's a nice touch, and you can use that. So we'll put that aside for now. One of the things that I like about this is they kept the same model in the top of the ball head. So what that means is you can actually take any Arca Swiss plate that you have and put it in there, which is a very, very nice touch. I personally use an L plate for my camera, and I've never once had an issue with mounting the L plate right in here. I'd put the L plate on here to see if it actually worked, but that's what I'm using to hold the camera up on the tripod that's recording this. But I'm more than confident that that shouldn't be any issue whatsoever. So that's nice that they kept that, and that's always been one of my favorite little touches on here. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a little gold pin as well that'll help keep your plate from sliding out accidentally. All right, and on the bottom, you'll notice there's a key ring similar to the ones that you see on for your keys. Just a ring, and you can take it off if you wanted to, but I don't know why you would. And that's where this comes in. This, you take and you clip the carabiner on that key ring, and voila! Now you have a hook in order to catch anything that you want to use to add some stability, whether it's a bag of rocks, your camera bag. I'm personally a big fan of using the camera bag for this purpose, but anything at all. And just adds more weight. And the purpose behind it, for those who don't know, it lowers the center of gravity of the entire tripod system, and it helps reduce wobble significantly. Adding weight to your tripod is definitely a boon if you have the means to do so. So, and then quickly comparing that to the previous model, is the previous model has a hook. It's built into the center column, and it's spring loaded. So right now it's retracted, and if I pull it out, you can see the hook itself. I haven't used the new model yet, so I can't really say. But I know for the old model, it's definitely a pain to get the hook out from time to time, especially if I'm using my camera bag and I'm trying to hook the top loop, the handle loop from the top of the camera bag excuse me. The camera bag on top of that on that hook. It's a bit of a pain. Here it doesn't seem so bad because I've got the legs retracted and I can get my whole hand in here. But when it's actually deployed, it is a bit cumbersome. So I'm excited to see if this makes a difference. But the main difference between these two tripods, you're probably wondering why they made a new version if they look almost identical, and that's because the center column can be removed. All right, before we get to that though, if you take a look and listen, 1, 2, 3. You have 3 positions that you can put each tripod leg in, and so that's pretty awesome. And whether you're shooting on some rocks that are unlevel, you're shooting on stairs or off a windowsill, whatever, a bookcase, you absolutely have the opportunity to take these and put them in a ton of different angles and combinations, and it's extremely versatile. I've definitely used it on the previous model, and I've been 100% satisfied with that capability. One of the other things, and I haven't tested this yet, so this is we'll see how this goes. But on the old model, you could take it, grab all the 4 locks, open in one. Awesome. They haven't taken that away, and that's really cool. So you do that, and you have the ability to quickly deploy the entire thing. And then the same thing when you want to lock it, just collapse it, and then twist. So awesome that they kept that. So like I said, the center column can come undone. Okay, so the center column comes undone, and then you have to unscrew the ball head from it. You screw that in there, and now, if you wanted to, let's say you're doing some tabletop photography, or you're doing a studio session with, or not a studio session, excuse me, but you're out in the woods and you're trying to do some flowers or whatever, you can get very low to the ground. As you can see, you have the opportunity to get very, very low. This right here, the gap between the ground and the base of the tripod is less than 2 inches, so less than 5 centimeters, and that's, to me, that's pretty damn good, and that's a very, very marked improvement over the previous model, because the previous one, you had the center column first, and then you had the ball head, and then you had the camera, so you're not getting low to the ground at all. And then the center column also expands, and I accidentally screwed it open too much, but so it expands as well, so you can actually get, if you needed to, you can get even taller if it's not tall enough for you. And what that also does is you can take this off, and if you need absolute compactness when you're traveling, you can fold that up right there, and now you have 3 different parts. You can pack them separately, and that's a lot more compact than that right there. So here's this is the unboxing and the first impressions of the Sirui T-025x tripod. And first impressions are it's absolutely, they've taken all the best parts of the previous model and they've just enhanced on it more.